guys, we're going to talk about Black Butler, Book of Circus. Now, first of all, for anyone who's not seen Black Butler, seasons 1 and 2, there's going to be some spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers to any of these, do not watch this video. First of all, I'm going to address that I think this is a prequel to the ending of season 1. I say that for a number of things. First of all, in Black Butler, Book of Circus, we get a lot of flashbacks between CL in the past and what's going on now. But we don't see what's going on, before that. For example, we all remember that Growl had a weapon that was not authorized by the Academy, or, it just wasn't authorized. He made this without anyone's permission. And in Black Butler, Book of Circus, we get to see that, yes, because of that, he was not permitted to work. Which means in Black Butler, Book of Circus, it's all about William. Yes, we finally get to see William a little bit more. And I'm going to be the first one to admit, I thought, and I don't have any footage of it, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious that William was even putting Sebastian in his place. They had to sleep in a tent together, and CL had to sleep in a tent with somebody else. And because of that, as he said, Reapers need to sleep for, I forgot what William said, but they do need to sleep, and demons sleep, but it's just for recreation. It's nothing else. So what had happened was that William had told Sebastian, you're not allowed to walk around after lights are out, meaning when everyone's supposed to be sleeping. You're not allowed to be walking around without the company of your master, being CL. So you can imagine how difficult that was for Sebastian. And man, when he tried, William just cracked the whip on him. And it was kind of funny to see that. But I was like, yeah, Sebastian's holding back because he doesn't want to attract attention. And yes, they did have to perform with each other in the circus, which was just absolutely hilarious. But I am going to say I did have some problems. I had some questions that weren't answered. For example, in the beginning, we see that CL was in a cage. When his parents had died, apparently somebody got a hold of him. We don't really know if this was a black market or whatever, but it was some kind of weird occult. And that they're the ones that branded CL. That's how he got the emblem on his body. And it was at that point that he summoned Sebastian, which, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense. When he summoned Sebastian for that first time, he was just a little boy. He might have been 9 or 10 years old. And when was the last time we saw CL at that age? The flashback in season 1 when Madame Red was remembering seeing CL with just a bandage around his eye, and that his, what's the word I'm looking for? That his eyes were zoned out, like he didn't even know what was going on. And I'm going to say I was a little disappointed with the ending. I don't know if anyone agrees with me if you watched Black Butler, Book of Circus. I don't want to spoil the ending. I'm just going to say I felt it was a little disappointing to see, and that it really didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I have the combination. I have the Blu-ray and standard DVDs, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's only 2 DVDs to this entire season. There's really, where Black Butler season 1 and 2, it came with a 4-disc set, which, was, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in Black Butler Book of Circus, you get the one that I have, you get Blu-ray disc 1 and Blu-ray disc 2, and then you have DVD 1 and DVD 2. But the animation, I'm going to start with. The animation in this particular one looks just so much better. It looks like everybody can just breathe a little bit. It looks more fluent. It doesn't look so stiff. And the music is good. I mean, it keeps to the Black Butler feel, but it's being allowed to play around a little. And yes, our characters this time, or our protagonists, their backstory is sad for each one of them, but what they were doing, it was wrong. And I think the one character I felt the most sad for was the one known as Doll, or as her that was her stage name, but everyone called her Freckles. But I felt bad for her because she kind of was opening up to Ciel, and they called him Smiles because he had to smile, which, oh my God, seeing Ciel smile for the first time, I was just like, oh, it's so cute. I know what everyone's thinking. You haven't talked much about Growl. Well, guess what? Growl really isn't in Black Butler Circus that much. He makes a couple of appearances, and then that's it. So it really wasn't all about him this time. It was more or less about William, which I did say I wanted to see William a bit more. I felt that it touched upon everything. It basically kept everyone kind of the same. I liked how they, even though I don't like Elizabeth, they did touch on her a bit more. They did make her look a little better than before. Oh, excuse me. But, like I said, in this one, it's just all about the circus, obviously. Which I was thinking, well, why didn't they just call it, why wasn't it just Black Butler the movie? You know, why didn't they just make Black Butler Circus and Black Butler Book of Murders just their two separate movies? Because here's the way I'm theorizing it, guys. Just because it has season 3 on it doesn't mean that it follows after 2. As the game theorist said, which I'm not a theorist myself on some things, but like the game theorist said when he was picking apart the Five Nights at Freddy's series, is that he pointed out that a lot of them that were saying, you know, this, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of times the 3 was before, you know, the 4. Like the 4 was there, but then the 3 was later. Or whatever. So my theory is, guys, now hear me out. I believe this is how it really goes. Black Butler Season 1. Black Butler Book of Circus. Black Butler Book of Murders. And then Black Butler Season 2. Because how else would it make sense? We know that Ciel, spoiler, we know that Ciel in Season 2 became a demon at the ending of Season 2. And that's where everything left off. So this is up in the air, guys. If you guys think this is an interesting theory, I'm not going to say it's indefinite until I see Book of Murder. Because I'm going by what I've seen from that to the past into the present. And I'm kind of also disappointed that it was so short. I'm not kidding you guys. I finished this anime in less than 2 days. At least Black Butler, both season 1 and 2, took me a couple days to binge and finish on, but I finished this in less than 2 days. I probably could have finished it in a day, but I had some other things going on, and I wanted to make sure that I had really paid attention to everything, all the little details of all these characters, and I wanted to make sure that I was, you know, memorizing what was going on, because sometimes I do forget little itty-bitty things, and I had other things going on, so I couldn't really show everything. And one of the main villains in this, he's creepy. I mean, he's unstable creepy. And I remember saying to myself several times, oh, that's not creepy at all. Yeah, just have a bunch of mannequins all over your house. That's not creepy. That's extremely creepy. But, anyway, guys, this review has gone on long enough. I'm seeing my runtime, and I could probably go a bit longer, but I think you guys are tired of me rambling on about this. What I'll do is I'll try to show some of the other things that's been going on in this, but I have a little treat at the very end for all of you. It's not very long, but it's just something special. So, anyway, guys, this is Emperor Jahia Moondragon, and as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye-bye!